Welcome back, people. I've already done this already just because I wanted to do it for my own sanity. I did it with this very nice pen, my favourite fountain pen, because the ink flows just perfect. I had these flashcards for university, for note taking and different things. I thought, why not use them? So I used them for flashcards. So these two cards, if I want to write in Palmer version, there's Palmer, and I've just completed the uppercase and lowercase of Palmer. So I've done a flashcard there. If I get lost, if I forget what I'm doing, Spencerian is there. You can just see that it's nicer than Palmer. It just is. It's nicer than Palmer, but they're both there anyway. I just wanted to do this for my own sanity, and if I ever want to write in Palmer and I forget how to do a certain letter, I can just put that over there out the way and remember it. Do you know what I mean? But either way, I'll be writing in Spencerian for today, because I'm doing a new dream, people. And I'll be using a different pen. If you remember, I used, where are we? Here. For the Magical Peat Bog Dream, I used this pen, which was that fountain pen. But for today, I might try something different. I haven't tried this new soft gel Sharpie pen on this paper. Not yet, anyways. And it's black, but we're going to do it anyway. And this dream, today's dream, well, this dream I'm writing in now, is called Shark Attack. So how did I write the title? Let's have a look. Okay, so the second line down. Well, first line down. Let's check my pen works. Yeah, because it's quite a nice pen to hold. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see me write it in Spencerian. Is that too much? That's what we'll try that. That's not too bad. So shark. So we want a capital S, don't we? We want a capital S, which is. It just feels like I'm grinding. Then we want a H, don't we? A shark. That's it. A capital lowercase h in Spencerian, so that'll be over. If you leave it on the paper, damn. It just sucks it up. I mean, that's got to go to an A, that then goes to an R, that then goes to a K. Shark. That is, it sucks it up like a blotting paper. And then we want capital A. Yeah, A-T-T. So you come over. This comes down at an angle. And then you attack, so it's two T's, isn't it? So you come up for a T, you come up for a T, you come over for an A, into a Spencerian C, and then into a K. Yeah. Shark Attack. And then I might have a capital D, why not? Then a capital Shark Attack Dream. Yeah, why not? Can you see? We'll have a D into this and back in, and then you want to coming up for an R, dream, so D-R-E-A over for an M and out. And the date, what's the date, man? I think it's the 19th. I think it's the 19th, so it's I think it is of, what is it? 0404 of 25. There it is. There it is, people. So I'm going to complete this dream with this blotty paper. Bloody hell. I won't use this pen again, but because I've done the title in this, I may as well see it through to the bitter end. I will see you when I've ripped this out in Spencerian, and then I will read it to you. It's a fantastic dream. It's got some ups and downs and shocks and weird setup, but I'm going to write that out now for you, people, and I'll see you guys in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, people. So this Shark Attack Dream is on pages 3 and 4. And there it is. Wow. I won't be using this pen again. It was, wow, it was just so grindy on the paper. And if you leave it on too long, it's like, it just sucks it up. I tried my best to get it to look like Spencerian. I think I did an alright kind of job. It sort of, when you get to the bottom of this book, if you're on this side of the, because this side hasn't got, it's quite thick this side, when you get to the bottom, you can't really get that where you want it to be, and you can't be expressive with the curvature. Like this side, you're not that great. Over here, you've either got two options when you get to the bottom: hold it down flat and bring this up, and then right like that. But then you're still not quite on there. It was tough. It was just tough. So I did my best. So I'm going to read you now this Shark Attack Dream. Hopefully you enjoy this one. And this side, I thought it worked out quite nice. This side describes what I'm seeing and the settings, everything. And then this side is the actual dream itself, what happened in the dream itself. So this is the dream and this sets the scene. So this is Shark Attack Dream. It all starts on a desert island, but surprisingly, I know why and what I'm doing there already. I must have signed an agreement and a 5-year contract to do the job. My work is to clean up the coral reef and litter and anything that floats into shore. I've got underwater snorkel to help me breathe and a bag for the litter. On land, I've got a shack that is just big enough for one person. Every 12 months, a delivery of supplies gets dropped off. I also have a big skip on the land for a year's worth of rubbish. I have the internet and radio in the shack. I have enough food and water to last a year, with fags, booze, mags, DVDs and drugs. Not like that type of drugs, but you know what I mean. Like, I've got supplies for like headaches and things like those sorts of drugs. The island is 1 mile square with a small woodland in the centre. The shack is on the beach side next to the coral reef. So there's the coral reef in front of it. There's my shack, the woods, and then you've got like surrounding beach and rocky points. I'm just describing the island to you, the scene, getting the flavour of it. So it's a desert island. It's like 200-300, maybe 400 miles away from the nearest land point. But it's designated as a trust site, and this is what I signed up for, this job. And I thought, yeah, that'll do me. 5 years on here, earn £1 million, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So this is what happened on the day of the shark attack. Hopefully you enjoy this one. So the day starts as normal. Breakfast and watch the sun come up. I grab my gear and head towards the reef. As I dip my head under the water, it turned into Minecraft, underwater sea, as if I was actually playing the game. I pick up some litter and put it in my bag. Out the corner of my eye, I see a treasure chest full of loot. When I collect all the loot, I close the lid down. It's at that moment I see a great white shark coming right for me. Stay in the shallows and they won't attack. So I head for the coral shelf, and the shark lunges out of the water, aiming for my legs. See, the guys who gave me the job said, if you see sharks, head for the shallows. They won't attack there, they'll just pull away. That's what I'm saying to you, you know what I mean there? He misses, but falls on them. So he misses my legs and falls on them and does a death roll, cutting both legs clean off. So he's come out of the water, tried to grab me legs. Instead of grabbing my legs, he comes shooting out the water. I've now got my legs over the coral reef and I think I'm safe. He comes crashing down and lands on top of my legs and starts doing a barrel roll and grinding my legs away. Weird dream, either way. So yeah, death drill, legs clean off. Blood has filled the sea. I crawl out and head for my hammock when I die a slow death. 20 years later, I fly over the island and see myself a skeleton still in the hammock and everything still turned on. And that's where I woke up. Do you know what I mean? Everything was still on. 20 years later. There's a lot of questions here, people. I said to myself, 20 years on. They said that if you read what I said here, which is every 12 months they do a delivery. Did they forget to do a delivery and check if I actually received a delivery? And if they did do a delivery after 1 year, they would have seen, or the second year or the third year, they said to themselves, hang on, he hasn't moved his supplies. Where is he? Is he dead? Is he even on the island? Do you know what I mean? But 20 years later, I come back and see myself a skeleton still in the hammock because I couldn't get out. And it was a slow, painful death of loss of blood. Weird dream, man. And it was as I dipped my head under the water, it was a Minecraft version of the ocean. I thought, okay, I'll take that. Then I thought, oh, treasure. Get the treasure chest, close the lid, great white shark. Shit. it was the dream. That was it. You know, there wasn't much more to say other than 20 years later, I fly over myself to see if I'm still there, if anybody. But no, the radio was still on, the TV was still on. The coffee was still on the side. Everything was exactly the way I left it, except for myself. I was a skeleton, rotted away, clean, but with no feet. And if you fly over as I flew over the coral reef where he did the barrel roll, you can see two stumps, two feet up just below the knee. Do you know what I mean? There's the feet. There's the bones, and there's me 2 legs. But not one trace of blood. It's all been washed away with all the water. It's crazy dream, people, but there's the shark attack dream. Hopefully you enjoyed that one. You might have questions, you might have things, maybe you've thought of this because of this, or maybe you didn't think of that part of it. It's just it lasted no more than about 15 minutes, if that, probably 6-7 minutes. Do you know what I mean? It's just quick. It was terrible for me. Like the magic peat bog dream. That took a 5-minute job. That 5-minute dream. But I certainly won't be using that pen again, people. Ooh, no, not on this paper. It's like. So there you go, people. There's the shark attack dream. That's that one done. I've got another dream coming soon, which is, I think, one of my best dreams I've ever had. But more on that next time. So thanks for listening to the shark attack dream, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye now. Bye.